wizard.
Are you watching closely?
Avengers!
Listen.
He's alive!
With thy knife chip and shatter.
It's showtime.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Blockbuster Brawl. I am your host, Caleb Coho, and tonight we have another match in the singles division. One person here is going to advance to the number one contenders match and a chance to play for the title at Mayhem at the Multiplex for the first time. The singles title being on the line there. You're going to find out this week who the champion is. Joe versus Jeremy, happening at the same time as this match coming out. Winner of this will be playing the winner of the Kaiser and Spence match. That was I want to say that's out already last week. Yeah, it is. So you guys already know Kaiser Huang winner. So winner of this playing Kaiser, going to be a good match tonight. Caleb Boatman and Matthew Chen, two people with a blood rivalry that just goes back just years, vicious rivalry. Playing tonight, two just absolutely despicable humans fighting each other with all the vitriol you could think of. Played really good in the tournament. Both went out in the quarterfinals in sort of stunning matches. Matthew losing to Meltzer, who would go on to lose to Joe in the semis. Boat having a really close game with Jeremy Potters, who, as we all know, is playing for the title this week. So really good games. We'll start with Matthew. Yeah, you're back. You're one step away from a contender match. You get to play Boat. I know you guys played in Melee singles a while ago. How are you guys feeling, or how are you feeling about playing him now in Brawl? New arena, different area.
Yeah, no, I think the fun thing about Brawl is that it's new and like we all kind of have like different areas of knowledge that there's not really like a favorite. I think like anyone can win anytime. And Boatman is one of my favorite guys in the community. He's super smart. So I'm just here to have fun. I don't think I'm gonna beat Boat, but whatever happens, I'm excited if I can get to a number one contenders.
Yeah, for sure. We'll bring in your opponent tonight, Caleb Boatman.
Matthew's over here glazing me. Look, Matthew underrates him. I know you. I should have waited for you to say, "Hey, talk." I don't care. And Matthew is over here glazing me a little bit. He underrates himself. I think it's like 20% strategy, 80% this dude just needs more confidence. Like that's pot calling kettle black. What am I saying? But anyway, I love Matthew. I love Matthew so much. Best smile in the business. I think this is going to be a really interesting match because I feel like when it comes to Brawl specifically, we are very even. Like we are very equally matched players in like 80%, and then very opposite end players for like the other 20%. So I think this is going to be really fun. I think if you're putting Vegas odds one way or the other, you're crazy. I think this is a very, very even matchup.
For sure. I think this is going to be a good one. But we'll get right into it with round number one. It works like this. You guys are going to get 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of Blockbuster Brawl. So you have all 8 questions correct to be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule, as well as these lovely lifelines. There's the bar rule where players will get a second chance to answer the question. The multiplier rule, you get a chance to double the point value of a question. And 50-50 where you'll have the chance to have 2 multiple choice options removed. Be aware that only works in round 2, so we'll worry about that when we get there. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Oh, just going to turn up the volume a little.
Go ahead. Then we'll get right into it with your first question, which comes in the category of animation celebration. In 2016 Sing, what is the first song we hear Mina sing in the film? Illumination. Kind of, unfortunately, the biggest animation studio in the biz right now, I'd say. Probably at least the most successful at this point, because I think Pixar and Disney have fallen off a little bit. Not like fallen off in quality, but just like money-wise. I don't know. Toy Story 5 could fix that in a heartbeat, but, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I say this, and then Minions and Monsters opens to 170 million and breaks the record. That'd be crazy. We'll go to Boat.
Is it Happy Birthday?
We will go to Matthew.
I can remember. I just wrote Firework.
Happy Birthday is correct. So Boat will take the 1-0 lead. Going into your next question in the category of We Are Family. Bum, 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 bum. Name one of the Mystery Inc. human members by their full name in 2002's Scooby-Doo. First and last, obviously, the parenthetical there says, but I want first and last name of at least one member of the Mystery Inc. human gang. Underrated thing. I guess not underrated. I just feel like they don't do enough with these characters. I feel like there's just there'll be like a Cartoon Network show for a while, and then it'll go away.
You're telling me they don't do enough with Scooby-Doo?
I feel like they don't.
Do you know how many adaptations of Scooby-Doo there are?
There's a TV show. I mean, in movies, we don't have a lot of movies. We don't get a lot of Scooby-Doo.
Do you know how many direct-to-DVD Scooby-Doo movies
I'm talking about real movies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't test me. I'll put all the direct-to-DVD DC movies in here in a heartbeat. We'll go to Matthew.
Daphne Blake.
And we will go to Boat.
Doc's second best woman, Velma Dinkley.
Both are correct. Also would have accepted Fred Jones and Shaggy Rogers.
Challenge. His first name is Norville, not Shaggy.
Nah, fuck you. 2-1 Boat. Going into your next question, the category of Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings. Oh my. What film in the Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings Oh My category features the funeral of a creature called the Acromantula? It's a pretty crazy word there. Put the whole category name in here because I don't want to keep writing wands, etc. But, you know. Shout out to the writer who put the whole thing in here, though. Big preach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go back to Boat.
I said Return to Oz.
And we will go to Matthew.
I said Return of the King.
Both incorrect. Looking for Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go to your next question. The category of Spirit of Adventure. Near the end of Gladiator, when Maximus tries to escape the gladiators' barracks, how does his aide Cicero die? Great film from an all-time great director who still doesn't have an Oscar. Not even an honorary one. Some bullshit. But, you know, it's all right. Because he's going to make Treasure Island, and it's going to be the greatest movie of all time, and it's going to make $1 billion, and it's going to win Best Picture, and Hugh Jackman's going to win an Oscar, and so will Ridley Scott. That'll be great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Matthew.
I don't know. Stabbed?
We'll go to Boat.
I also said stabbed.
Both are correct. Looking for hanged. They hang Cicero. So we'll go to your next question in the category of Monster Mash. What was the final film in the Monster Mash category that featured Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman? I will shout out my writer. They had a huge preamble to this question that was unrelated to the question, so I did not put it in the banner, but, you know. We can tell the players about it later. But basically the writer would just like to apologize that this was randomized into the round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Boat.
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
And Matthew.
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Both correct. 3-2 in favor of Boat. Going in your next question in the category of DC Legends. Who plays the villainous soldier Nathaniel Burke in Steel? What a film. What a picture. Steel. You could say this is the year that really fucking killed DC because the 1-2 punch of Batman and Robin and Steel. Woof. What a brutal combo. It's whatever the opposite of when a studio puts out a Sinners and a one battle after another in a single year. That's that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're back over to Boat.
I said Judd Nelson.
We will go to Matthew.
I couldn't remember.
Judd Nelson is correct. So Boat will take the 4-2 lead. Going into your penultimate question in the category of guns, lots of guns. The final scene of John Wick Chapter 2 takes place in what kind of location? These movies rule.
How specific?
General answer. But yeah, pretty good series of films, I'd say. Pretty banger. I think we're gonna get a chapter 5. I think that was actually like recently announced in the last couple of days, unless I just flew by a clickbait article and didn't read it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're back to Matthew.
I said library.
We will go to Boat.
I said train station.
Both incorrect, looking for a park. I said a park. So 4-2 going to your final question. No perfect rounds in the category of legendary lovers. In Bridget Jones's Baby, which Wizarding World actress plays Dr. Rawlings? I had a mild stroke reading that real quick. Like I checked the doc and everything, but for whatever reason, reading it there, it was like Wizarding World and Legendary Lovers. What the fuck? I was like thrown off for a second. I was like, what's happening? But no, that makes sense. Good question. Yeah, I just had a momentary like, what the fuck? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Boat.
Emma Thompson.
And we'll go to Matthew.
I said Julie Walters.
Emma Thompson is correct. So at the end of round number 1, Boat leads 5 to Matthew's 2. But anything can happen is getting around number 2, which works like this: the wheel round to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can spin again, but you're stuck with you ever land on the second time. Beware there's stealing. If you give an incorrect answer, your opponent will have a chance to answer that question, take those points. If you want to go to multiple choice, the devals down to being only worth 1. That's what I was trying to say. All right, your options on the wheel tonight are Tarantino, Non-Wolfman, Monster Mash, MCU, Dark Features, Space Odysseys, Grab Bag Blitz, Elementary, Studio Ghibli, and Spinners and Opponent's Choice. Boatman, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Matthew?
It's so funny how, like, 99% of the time you are just a better host than me, but just in reading the actual rules of the game, that's where you get stumbled up. That's very funny.
It's specifically when I get out of order. If I go out of order of what I'm trying to say is where I'm like, hold up a minute. So it's all comes from memory.
That's something that is like still locked in my brain from.
I've never written down the rules. It's all from memory. Anyway.
Well, I never had to write it down. It's just you do it long enough. But that's fair enough. Anyway, Matthew, go ahead.
All right, this will be the first spin for Matthew. And you land on Non-Wolfman Monster Match. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Yeah, I guess I should take this.
Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, Matthew, your first question in the category of Non-Wolfman Monster Mash. How does the bride die at the end of The Bride of Frankenstein?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, electrocuted, B, drowned, C, explosion, or D, burned to death.
Explosion.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your second question is, who portrays Jenna Halsey in The Mummy 2017?
What is her name?
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Miranda Otto, B, Jessica Brown Findlay, C, Sophia Boutella, or D, Annabelle Wallis.
Annabelle Wallis.
That is correct for 1 more point. Your third question. How many wives does Count Dracula have in his castle who seduced Jonathan Harker in Bram Stoker's Dracula? Five.
I'll bar roll and say 3.
That's correct for 2 points and the use of your bar rule. Your penultimate question in the category of Non-Wolfman Monster Mash. What illness do the townspeople believe the creature is spreading in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, cholera, B, tuberculosis, C, yellow fever, or D, smallpox.
I'll use my 50-50.
All right, that is the use of your 50-50. Your options again are A, cholera, or B, tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
That's incorrect. Boatman, the chance for the 1 point steal. Is it A, cholera, or B, tuberculosis?
Gotta be cholera then.
That's correct for 1 point. All right. And your final question in the category of non-Wolfman Monster Mash is, what part of the body does Victor Frankenstein reanimate to show his work to the Hunchback in Victor Frankenstein?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, lungs, B, eyes, C, heart, or D, tongue.
Say heart.
That's incorrect. Both the chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, lungs, B, eyes, C, heart, or D, tongue.
I'm gonna say eyes.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. So at the end of Matthew's turn, he gets his score up to 6. Those steals put Boatman at 7. As we'll bring back the wheel for what will be boat spin. And your first spin lands on opponent's choice. So we'll bring the wheel down here. Matthew, what would you like to have Boatman answer questions in?
I guess. I'll give him Dark Futures.
All right, Dark Futures it is. All right, Boat, you had absolutely no choice in what you're getting in the category Dark Futures. Your first question. Which Dark Futures film features a character afflicted with Methuselah syndrome? Five.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Alien Covenant, B, Blade Runner, C, Escape from LA, or D, A Quiet Place. Five. Four.
Repeat the options.
All right, your options again are A, Alien Covenant, B, Blade Runner, C, Escape from LA, or D, A Quiet Place.
Ooh, I probably should use my bar rule, but I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna regret it. Blade Runner.
That is correct. 1 point.
Thank goodness.
Your second question. Who portrays Special Agent Peter Keyes in Predator 2?
If I'm wrong, congrats on the steal, Matthew. I'm going to go for it. Gary Busey.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What is the name of the USM ship Ripley 8 is being held on in Alien Resurrection?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Auriga, B, Sulaco, C, Betty, or D, Corbalin.
Let's go 50-50 on that one.
Your options are A, Origa, or B, Sulaco. As the use of your 50-50.
I'm going to say A.
That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question in Dark Futures. What type of location are Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese in when they discover John Connor is alive in Terminator Genesis?
I'm going to go multiple choice to be safe.
Your multiple choice options are A, a police station, B, a factory, C, a hospital, or D, a shopping mall.
Shopping mall.
As incorrect, Matthew. Chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, police station, B, factory, C, hospital, or D, shopping mall.
A.
That is also incorrect. Looking for C, hospital. It's a hospital. So, Boat, your final question in the category of Dark Futures. What food item does Finnick offer Katniss before the tribute parade in the Hunger Games Catching Fire?
Oh, what Finnick offered Cat. Okay. I'm going to use my doubler then. I hope I'm not a moron. Sugar cubes.
That is correct for 4 points. So at the end of round number 2, Boat gets a score up to 15. Matthew's still at 6. Anything can happen as we get into round number 3, which is the pick your poison round. It works like this. You guys put together a big board of categories. Now you're going to draft for them again. Once you take a category, your opponent cannot take said category. Once you each have 4 categories, you'll assign a 1, 2, 3, and 4 point value to them. We'll go into those mathematical elimination and a winner. Boat has his bar rule. Matthew, have your multiplier, and your categories on the board tonight are Studio Ghibli, Dark Futures, Hellbound, We Are Family, Legendary Lovers, Elementary, MCU, and Grab Bag Blitz. We're going to go ahead and let them draft. We'll be back in just a second. All right, we are back. Since he's behind, Matthew, we'll start with you. What would you like for your 1 point question?
I'll go with Hellbound.
All right, Hellbound it is your 1 point question. In which Insidious movie does Dalton Lambert attend college?
The Red Door.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, what would you like for your 2 point question?
I'll go Elementary.
All right, Elementary it is your 2 point question. Which Scream film takes place on the set of Stab 3?
I'll use my multiplier. Scream 3.
That is correct for 4 points. That will bring your score up to 12, so you're still behind, but we'll stick with you. What would you like for your 3 point question?
How many points behind him, Matt?
You are down by 3. It's currently 15 to 12.
I'll go
Wait.
Dark.
Sorry, hold on. I want to make sure I've got.
It was
My math.
6, got 1 point plus 4, or 11. Sorry, 11, not 12.
Yeah,
You're
that's
down by
okay.
4. You're down by 4.
No.
It is 15.
Okay, so I can
11.
still miss the 3 and just
Correct.
4, right? Okay, so I'll go Dark Futures then.
Dark Futures. All right. Your 3-pointer in the category of Dark Futures is in the Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. How does Lucy Gray save Corio's life when the bombs go off in the arena? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That is your first repeat. Your question again. In the Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, how does Lucy Gray save Corio's life when the bombs go off in the arena?
They go underwater.
It's incorrect. We were looking for lifts rubble off of him. She lifts the rubble that's fallen off.
Okay.
So this is where we are at. Matthew's going to have to hit his 4 in the MCU to send it back to Boat to answer some questions. If he misses, Boat will win via technical knockout. Your 4-point question in the category of the MCU. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what kind of structure does Peter try to prevent from collapsing in Venice while Mysterio battles the water elemental? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That is your second repeat. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what kind of structure does Peter try to prevent from collapsing in Venice while Mysterio battles the water elemental? Five, 4, 3.
A bridge?
2. And your winner by way of technical knockout, Caleb Boatman. The answer was a bell tower. Looking for a bell tower.
Okay.
Really, really strong game. We'll start with taking both people out for a second. And then I'll bring in Matthew first. We'll talk to Matthew. Kind of not your night. Not like a bad performance necessarily. Just the Monster Mash questions, I feel like were just a little deeper than maybe what you were hoping for. The questions that you got here in round 3 feel like they're just maybe just a little close. Breach is very close. It's in the scene. It's like you're all around it. How are you feeling?
Yeah. I feel like I should have done better. I was worried with my strength, but I guess I would have landed on opponent's choice, right? So
yeah, technically you would have been opponent's choice either way.
It worked out. It would have been better there at least. But I guess some of those Monster Smash movies just weren't necessarily the questions I wanted. I think it's been a while since I've seen a few of those, and just had to go multiple choice to play it safe. Annabelle Wallace, that was I maybe I could have gotten it with the use of a repeat, but that was a name that I was like, once I heard the option, I was like, yeah, that's the answer. And with opponent's choice too, I think Bowman did really well with Dark Futures. It was just, I know he knows Ghibli pretty well, so I was like worried about giving him that. And there are a few options, but it was just like he was able to navigate it. So and he did a great job. So yeah, I guess with like you said, I was kind of on the right track with MCU. I thought of Clock Tower, and I don't think that would have been correct. I don't think, but yeah. So
you're like in the vicinity of the correct answer, so it's not. It's. I wouldn't feel too bad about that one. I think you were pretty on the right track there. But
yeah, it's just been a while since I've seen some of those movies, and so just couldn't quite get there.
It's all good, but yeah, I think the 2 matches back to back of Meltzer and this are really not good indicators of like how good and dangerous you are in this league. I think it's kind of tough to have both those kind of be the back to back. The 2 losses on the record being those, but it's like it's Meltzer and Boat. It's kind of hard to be like, oh wow, like what am I gonna do? But I think clearly with Country Roads, you and Kaiser are a pretty dangerous combo. So you're definitely not done for the year. But when you come back, is there anyone you are hoping to run into in the singles division?
I mean, I would have loved to play Kaiser if I had won this, but I would also I think it would be really fun to play Spence. I think that would be just a fun time.
I think that is definitely something that can be done. I think we can probably make that work. But yeah, we will see you very soon. I'm sure Country Roads has got like a match in like 2 weeks on the schedule. So we'll see you very soon. We'll bring in Caleb Boatman. Big bounce back win. I think the Potters one was like such a close game for you in a tournament that like you like talked about, like you really wanted. And this is a big win to get back. TKO, always nice. To get you into a #1 contenders match. How are you feeling about your performance today?
I forgot this was to get into a number one contenders match, which, I mean, based on how it went, maybe the right attitude to have is just forget the stakes. But this was solid. I wish I would have done a little bit better in Dark Futures. I prepped the wrong things because I did prep Dark Futures a little bit, but like I was prepping the weird ones like the escapes and those, and I didn't prep the others. But I got a double the two. I got 2 questions where I didn't have to go to multiple choice, which is better than I thought I would have done. So you know what? Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Feed it a sugar cube. Matthew's great. I think this was a case of neither of us could really lead with our best feet forward a little bit. Because we're both so similar, we kind of just had to play a little bit more on our back feet. Which, I mean, though I think I played a little bit more of a just, if Matthew's good at the stuff I'm putting on there, that's okay. I just need something good on here. And I think Matthew played a little bit more offensively, and I think maybe that had something to do with how this game broke down. Is I think it just it just kind of happened to go that direction where I was able to scrap through enough of the things. But I think at the end of the day, Matthew's a great player. He'll be back again. But now, since you confirmed that
you are playing Kaiser Wang in a number one contenders match for a chance to play either Joe Fairley or Jeremy Potters for the title at Mayhem, how do you feel about playing Kaiser?
I don't know if Kaiser and I have ever played.
We have confirmed never happened. Kaiser did bring that up after his match. So
that's actually crazy. That is actually crazy that Kaiser and I have never played. I think it's going to be wild. My biggest concern is that Kaiser's going to drop an absolutely like crazy wild strength, and it's going to be missing like 20 of the movies that qualify. And normally I'm the secretary looking at the list and being like, hey, Kaiser missed this movie, Kaiser missed this movie, Kaiser missed this movie, and I won't be there, so Kaiser's gonna miss a bunch of movies. But it's okay. But no, this will be fun. It'll be very chaotic, very, very interesting to see how that rolls out, because I don't know if they're like he's not the like, I don't know how I even describe who Kaiser is and adjacent to me. Like, he's not the Joker to my Batman or the super, I don't know what he is. I'm not Batman, but I mean like in the sense of like, what are we? How do you describe? He's like,
they're just antithetical to each other.
He's the Joker to my Jimmy Olsen. Like, let's be real. These are 2 characters who don't interact. Like, that's what it is.
That's pretty accurate. I'd say.
Yeah, I think it'll be, seriously though, it'll be really fun. I think that'll just, from an entertainment perspective, be a really good match. Yeah.
I would agree. I think that's it's going to be a very fun match. I think you and Kaiser match up very differently, and it'll be an interesting one. So,
yes.
But exciting to have you get to that contender match. I think you and Kaiser are going to make for a great show. And the potential storylines of who you could play in the title match. Oh, it's going to be good. But anyway, you guys are going to see that title match, or maybe you already have. I don't actually know how these 3 matches come out this week, and I made the schedule. That's a bad sign. But you're going to see it within proximity of this, so I'm not spoiling anything. But Joe and Jeremy is a great match. You're going to want to watch that. But congratulations, Boat. For everyone here, there's been a great match between Boat and Matthew. Thank you to both of them for being there. Thank you to Joseph for helping me out behind the scenes on this match. I've been Caleb. We'll see you guys real soon with another great.
I'll be back. Hail to the king, baby.
What's your favorite?
Prosper.